Good afternoon and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our New York studio. I'm Chris Taylor. Our top story tonight: a high-level Pakistani parliamentary delegation has visited Washington in a renewed diplomatic push to ease travel restrictions facing Pakistani citizens. Led by Senators Salim Manviwala and Rana Mahmoodul Hassan, the delegation urged U.S. lawmakers to remove Pakistan from a list of 75 countries subject to strict visa limitations. The lawmakers emphasized stronger parliament-to-parliament cooperation and highlighted Pakistan's strategic role in regional security and economic collaboration. During the visit, they secured support for forming a bipartisan Pakistan caucus in the U.S. Congress, expressing confidence that visa-related hurdles would soon be resolved, opening the door to deeper legislative engagement between the two countries. Meanwhile, a deadly shooting involving U.S. immigration agents has triggered nationwide outrage and renewed debate over law enforcement conduct. Federal officers in Minneapolis fatally shot 37-year-old ICU nurse Alex Pretty, sparking protests and clashes with authorities. The incident has drawn sharp criticism from political leaders, civil rights groups, and cultural figures, particularly after video footage appeared to contradict official accounts of the shooting. Minnesota's governor has demanded state control of the investigation, while calls for a comprehensive federal-state inquiry continue to grow. For more on this developing story, we're joined by our correspondent Eric Westwood in New York.
The Minneapolis shooting has quickly become a flashpoint in the national conversation on policing and immigration enforcement. Demonstrations have spread beyond Minnesota, with protesters demanding transparency and accountability. Legal experts say the release of video evidence has intensified pressure on federal agencies to clarify their actions. As investigations proceed, the case is expected to have wider implications for law enforcement oversight across the United States.
Thank you, Eric. Back to Pakistan now, where President Asif Ali Zardari has reaffirmed the country's commitment to low-carbon development, marking the International Day of Clean Energy. The president highlighted Pakistan's vulnerability to climate change and stressed the importance of clean, affordable, and sustainable energy for economic growth and national resilience. Under Pakistan's nationally determined contributions, the government aims to achieve 30% electric vehicle adoption by 2030 while expanding renewable energy capacity. Officials say the transition to a low-carbon economy is not only an environmental necessity, but also a pathway to job creation, investment, and technological advancement. In another diplomatic development, a high-level delegation of women lawmakers from the Balochistan Assembly has visited Turkey to strengthen parliamentary and diplomatic ties. Led by Farah Azim Shah of the BAP Women Wing, the delegation met senior Turkish political and parliamentary leaders to discuss cooperation in education, youth development, and investment. They invited Turkish investment in mining, infrastructure, and skills training, while also seeking scholarship opportunities for Pakistani students. Both sides agreed to establish a joint think tank and working group to enhance policy coordination, youth exchanges, and counter misinformation, with plans for continued engagement. Turning to weather now, a powerful winter storm named Fern is sweeping across large parts of the United States. Heavy snow, sleet, and freezing rain have battered the Midwest and eastern states, disrupting travel and power supplies. More than 11,000 flights have been canceled, while millions have been warned to brace for sub-zero temperatures and strong winds. Several states have declared emergencies as authorities mobilize resources to manage hazardous roads and rising energy demands. Forecasters warn that bitter cold conditions are likely to persist as Arctic air continues to move through the region. Closer to home, Pakistan is grappling with severe winter conditions across its northern and northwestern regions. Heavy snowfall and freezing temperatures have triggered large-scale relief and rescue operations. The Pakistan Army, Frontier Corps, and civil authorities are clearing roads, evacuating stranded families, and delivering food, blankets, and medical aid to remote areas including Tira, Kotli, Nakyal, Jandrat, and Pir Nasura. A helicopter evacuation from Lipa Valley to Rawalpindi underscored the intensity of the effort as officials work to restore electricity and transport links amid warnings of further snow and avalanches. Finally tonight, fresh snowfall has transformed northern hill stations such as Murree, Swat, Kagan, Naran, and the Galiyat into striking winter landscapes, drawing large numbers of tourists. Authorities have partially reopened Murree's entry points after heavy snow-blocked access, while clearance teams continue round-the-clock operations to manage traffic and prevent accidents. Despite the scenic views, residents and visitors in areas like the Galiat are still facing power outages, blocked roads, and communication disruptions during the ongoing cold spell. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.